progress. And that's why they are gracing the Thrive stage today. So please join me, welcome Tosin Bee, to tell us how he started as a choir boy to becoming the sensation and inspiration he is today. Tosin, please take it away. Hey, can you please
Great. Yeah, I've done that.
Okay,
thank you so much for having me, and of course to everyone in the house, Sensational, Ife Nathan, and Mr. Solomon, and of course Sarah. Thank you so much, and to everyone joining to learn one or two things. God bless everyone in Jesus' name.
Amen.
So without wasting time, well, I'm just going to share my story. I remember, I was staying in Ogumosho at the time. Then I was very young with my family, and I had these big brothers that were singers too. We were neighbors, so every evening they would invite me to join them. We just sing around the neighborhood, and people would just say, "Wow, you guys are fantastic!" Blah blah blah. So we're just enjoying the accolades and what have you. Then after a while, I moved on secondary school, blah blah blah. Then up to when I wanted to go for my A levels. So I had my A levels in Ilori. So when I went for my A levels, I met some new friends. They were fantastic singers too, awesome singers. And on campus then, what we do was we just sing around on campus. As a matter of fact, we called it operation then. So what we do is we go around the campus singing, and all the ladies will be shouting, "Wow, wow!" Just trying to just impress people. So after a while, I had some people that encouraged me to join the choir, but being a shy person, I wasn't ready to do that because I felt, how do I stand in front of people to start singing? So I wasn't cut up for that. So we kept on with our operation until one day, in the course of the operation stuff, a lady walked up to me, and she told me that she would like to talk to me. Of course, my friends did not want to allow that because they felt she was some SU and she just wanted to just convert me, blah blah blah. So I guess the Holy Spirit just took over, and I yielded, and she spoke, and she advised that, okay, instead of just wasting my talent and the giftings that God has deposited in me, instead of wasting it here on campus, why not just look for a choir where you can serve properly and use it for God. So the following day, I just went to my church and I told my MD that, okay, I'd like to join the choir. And that was it. So they allowed me to join. I remember after a while, the first time I ministered in the church, it was mind-blowing, to the glory of God. But something happened. The second time I was going to minister, because I had a deeper life background. So I could do normal, basic, leading choir songs. But when it comes to praise and worship, I couldn't do anything of such, you understand? So, but they didn't check that out. So I remember because of the first impression I gave them, I was given an opportunity to, take the praise and worship the following Sunday. Oh my God, it was, it was terrible. Let me put it that way. And the same people that were saying, "Wow, that was fantastic," the other week, this week they were like, "Please don't allow this brother to get on this stage anymore. It's not right for the stage." You understand? So, I felt really bad. In fact, the pastor had to tell the MD that he must not see me on the stage. And a week before, the pastor was saying, "Man, if he has all the millions in this world, he will give me." That was fantastic. So I felt bad. But one thing I didn't do was I didn't allow that to get at me. I joined some interdenominational choirs back then in Lorraine, and I started working on myself. I started learning how to do things, and I got developed. Then fast forward, after my A levels, I moved to university. I remember, I joined RCF, and I was in the choir. I was noticed. Gradually they started fielding me to do one or two things. Then in the long run, I became the worship team leader for the fellowship. After a while, I became the MD for the fellowship. Then after my university days, I had the issue of, okay, where to go? Should I return to Ilorin, or and my friends were telling me to come to Lagos because I never had anything to do with Lagos all along. So my friends were saying I should come to Lagos, but of course I had no family, I had nothing, I had no relative in Lagos at all. So it was a bit tough to decide coming to Lagos. But then I believe God orders the footsteps of His people. So I came in to Lagos. I remember I coming into Lagos with a poly bag, and I had nowhere to sleep. So there was this church that I joined, the Breath of Life Church in Lagos, in Obaneko there. So I was always sleeping in the church for several months. I would sleep on the altar. Then in the morning, uh, all things being equal, if we are able to raise little change, we'll buy noodles. You understand? We'll eat noodles, and it could just be that noodle. Maybe in the morning, that only food we ate in the morning, that will be the one that will serve us throughout the day. So it's always 010 or 100, or it's just once a day. You know, and it will be noodles. You don't miss it. So it was really tough. So after a while, I tried to form a team with some of my friends in Lagos. We started, and when we go for programs, maximum maybe they will just tell us, "Man, you guys are fantastic. God bless you." Handshakes everywhere. So my guys could not just contain that. They felt, man, this is not it. So they had to leave me. I remember the maximum money we got then. Fine, it wasn't all about the money, but then uh, like they say, money is the keke of gospel. You understand? So I remember the maximum we got then was like 2,000 naira max, and we're like 10 grown-ups. So they could not go on with that. So they had to leave me. So I had to go on with the journey all alone. So please let me know when it is, when I'm just trying to compress all the stories so that
Okay, great,
this time.
great.
Yeah. All right. So I had to set out on the journey alone, and after a while, I moved to RCCG, and I knew that, okay, when I got into Lagos, I knew it was a calling for me. It wasn't just some career, or so I joined RCCG, and after some time, I had some churches that called me that they would like me to be their music director, but I knew so well that I wasn't caught up for that. Like, God was not leading me to do that. You understand? It was strictly to go about and just minister to souls. So I wasn't meant to be fixated in a place and everything. So I told them that I wasn't called down for that, but I was willing to arrange people for them. I remember a particular church where then people always consult me to arrange, team for their church and blah blah. But a particular incident happened. I remember a pastor reached out to me. I went to the house. The pastor and the wife, we got talking, and they told me that God said should come and manage their music in their church. And right there, I told them that, well, I have not heard anything about that. However, if I hear anything, I would let them know. But they were in a hurry. They wanted to start something. So I told them, okay, I was willing to arrange people for them. So I did. I arranged people for them. Then I was really struggling. I didn't have money, nothing. So that could have been an opportunity for me to maybe get a place where I'll be living, and maybe a ride or something. But I had to let it go. Then, because maybe I didn't see the picture of what was going to happen afterwards. A week after I got the MD for them, they got a very comfortable house for the MD. They got a car for the MD. And this is still me trekking around Lagos. I had nothing. You understand? Sincerely, I felt bad. Like, wow. I hope I'm not missing something. God, what is happening? You understand? But I remained faithful. I tried to, I kept at the assignment God has committed into my hands, and I didn't allow that to get at me. So I went on like that. So after some time, I met some few guys who started a band together, and we were always going around, ministering. And gradually, God started opening doors. About a month after the guy was giving the car and the house, I don't know how God did it. I got my first ride. It was an SUV, and on, God has been blessing me like that. And I remember an incident happened to the first time I was going to have my international breakthrough. I remember that I was going through some challenges. Things were really tough. and um, a pastor invited me to come and minister in his church, and I went there. I didn't even go with any team. I just went with the soundtrack, which is unlike me. You understand? I just went with my soundtrack, and I remember I was ministering, and the pastor just said they should stop the music. I actually thought maybe I messed up. You know, I just said, "Man, stop, 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 stop the music." So I was scared, like, okay, what's happening here? And he said, "Can you guys feel what I'm feeling? This is not normal. This is not ordinary." So he started saying all these things. Yeah. So I was still scared, like, what is happening? So he just said, "Man, this guy is not ordinary." Blah blah blah. And that was, he just told his secretary, "This guy must come to South Africa by December." Blah blah blah. So that was my first time, the first international breakthrough that I had. And ever since then, God has been opening doors, and and I on and on doors started opening. But some of the things that I'm just trying to make sure I compress everything, just like we
Yes,
agreed on.
yes, yes. Because you have like 3 minutes left, actually.
3 minutes left, okay.
Yes,
So
yes.
I I I got some. I remember I got an invite to come and minister at a Lagos shift organized by RCCG. I guess that was where the major outbreak, the breakthrough came, where people got to know me. Okay, who is this guy? Blah blah. What happened then that day was that uh, that was the first time they were going to have Lagos shift, and you know uh, it was a massive event at TBS, but being the first time, they didn't get some things right. So I was invited. They invited Minister Femi Micah, is in the US now.
Mhm.
So they just said I should just come and just assist him. So he sang for almost 1 hour. And after, he just gave me a microphone for me to just do like some 5 minutes and just end the whole stuff. I never knew I was going to sing for the next 3 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. So I collected the microphone, and because they were trying to make sure things were in place before they would start properly, so I had to keep the music going for 3 good hours, non-stop. I went on like that, like that. So that made people, wonder, like, who is this guy? Where has he been? Blah blah blah. And that was how people started reaching out. Okay, okay, okay. So and that was it. And thank God I'm here today. I'm not
Yeah,
there yet, but
yeah.